Welcome back to Wiser Webinar Series 4, I believe. I honestly don't remember, and it doesn't really matter. Hopefully you've watched these all sequentially. If not, you may want to go back to number 2 or 3, because we're starting ahead. We've already set up the mesh. We've scanned in an item, right? Bink, bink, assigned it. We've put it on a cart. We've rolled it out into the factory, and we've practiced how to search for it. So now I'm going to show you kind of a more deeper function that really helps a lot of times organize and clarify your shop floor. As you can see, we've already got our office up. We got tags floating around, right? And what you see is a sea of red dots, okay? And it's like, oh, well, maybe there's a way to kind of simplify that and make it a little clearer and give different shops, different groups internally to your organization the ability to sort and see their own tags, right? And what we call that is groups. And so I have a groups tab here that we're going to go into, and we're just going to make some. Now, I've already made a few here. You can see I've got whip, equipment, empty would be like a status, right? Oh, this bin is empty or it's full. This cart is empty or it's full. You know, oh, you have a particular color of product. These are all arbitrary, right? And then one that we do see pretty frequently is hot, right? This work order is hot, this partner is hot, and we need to assign that. Making a group is quite simple. Basically going to click new group in the bottom right, give it a name. I could say, really, it's arbitrary. Let's call it arbitrary. Arbitrary group. And then I've got arbitrary group, and I'm going to edit its color. Again, any color is possible, really. We can keep it kind of maybe a muted orange. Wow. I do have the ability at this point to set tags in this screen. You actually have multiple different ways in the application to assign tags to a group. I'm not going to do so, though, because I'm going to show you all of the ways sequentially here, right? So I've got all my groups, they're already made, right? One way to assign a tag to a group is actually click the tag itself, and then it will open up an edit window that is behind my silly head on the top right. You can't see that. One of these days I'll figure this out. And so I have a little edit tab up here in the top right. It's showing me all the information for the tag. It's showing when it was last seen. And I can actually edit this, right? So let's take our whip cart here. I'm going to edit this. I can add additional information. Steve owns this. I can also give it a group, right? As I mentioned before, well, this is a piece of equipment, right? So let's go ahead and say that's equipment. I want that to be saved and stored and say, okay, so this is equipment. Also, Steve owns this cart. So now my whip cart is equipment, and it's green. All right, you should be able to see that. It's not under my stupid head here. And so that is equipment. It's green. I'm going to go ahead and do that to the other whip cart as well, just because we also know that that's equipment. So I'm going to go ahead and assign that to equipment as well. Now, assigning it to equipment is a little different than assigning it to a work order, because you're going to be cycling work orders quite often. A cart is going to be named and grouped once, right? It's always going to be a cart. It's going to be a tagged cart, and that tag is going to stay on there forever. Even when you're replacing the battery, you're going to pop open the case, put in the battery, put it right back in, right? So that's going to stay on there. But what about whip? Whip is going to cycle, right? And so what I prefer people to do, if they're adding groups to whip, the ideal thing is to have your groups already made, which we already did, and then as we're going through the assignment, right? And if you saw in an earlier webinar, there's an assignment page here that's going to be people, bopping these in, and basically as it's assigned, click assign group here, and then assign your groups as you're assigning the tags, right? In that way, en masse, as the tags get sent out into the field, they can already have a group assigned to them, and so you don't have to go through and individually click these and change their information later, right? So I'm going to make this whip. I'm going to make it whip cart, and all of a sudden, even at a glance, I can see where is my whip, where are my carts, right? I can see all of that. Different colors is allowing me to have an ability to quickly snap and see where things are. And if I have some knowledge of the areas on my floor, I can see that this is in a particular area. I know that this is the procedure that's likely being done. I can check on ERP and verify that if it has been loaded or hasn't been loaded to that machine. There is a slicker way to do this, and that is all of the clicks and all of the things that I've just been doing to assign and disassociate and associate groups, and even the names in earlier episodes, can all be automated, right? This is all back-end API information. And so if you're a current client or a future client and you're interested in this, we're doing it with some of the other shops that we're in, we will go in and create just a custom bridge, pretty simple script, right? That's going to link in with your ERP. And where that starts to be important is marking things, right? So this is WIP. It's out on the floor. It's done. It's moved out. Okay. Well, all of a sudden, I, as a PM or somebody that's managing the shop floor, knows that this needs to be demarcated as hot. Somebody needs to go touch this, right? Well, I can assign that group, right? I'm going to edit. I'm going to say, okay, it needs to be added to hot, right? Okay, that's fine. Now it's hot. Now it's going to show up as purple. All right, at a glance, I can see there's a hot work order out on it. What is it? Oh, it's MN0043, Okay, that's great and all, but your ERP is typically going to already designate that as hot. So why not use that trigger to automate those clicks? And that can be its own, 40,000 minute episode, but essentially anything that we're doing here can be automated. Don't start there, get the system up, do it this way, get things working, but eventually, it can be really slick to kind of connect into your MES or ERP, your shop floor management system, or your manufacturing management system, or even your warehouse management system, to automate some of these changes and color changes. And you can go even further to say, change a group or change a status based off location, change a group or change a status based off of time in location, right? And so you can start to see, if something sits for 2 weeks, I need to make it hot, right? Okay, it shouldn't have sat there for that long. Those sorts of things can be really elegant in a way to do once this is up and running. But I hope that helps explain how you can start to get a better view of the system. All the different colors that are used, at a glance, different groupings can be very, very useful, very powerful tool that just comes with the system, right? If you're not using it, no sweat. Let us know, contact us. We can help you with your groups and we can help you automate. That's going to be sales@wisersystem.com, support@wisersystems.com, or just whoever you've been speaking to at Wiser already would assuredly help you. I probably rambled for too long on this one, but we'll cut it here and we'll make the next episode. We would do zones. We got rules, alerts. We got a lot to cover. So we'll stop it here. Thanks again for your time and attention, and we'll see you on the next one.